Check, check. Sound check. How am I sounding, Nate? Am I in the yellow? I'm pretty close to the yellow. Okay. We have 61 votes on the poll. I think we're ready to go. Hey! It would help if I turned on the camera. I thought I was all prepared. Hello. So, in case you're joining us, I've got a poll going for a golden ticket request. Ooh, got some subscribers. Awesome. Awesome. And here's the poll. I'll keep it open for a few more minutes for the golden ticket, and that's exactly what it sounds like. It's a request. I'm compiling list of non-tip requests that I never get to during the live streams, and I'm throwing a few up there on a poll that see what most people want to see. So it's just another way to get a little extra in there. So let me say hello on the in case anybody wanted to see. Oh, I have to turn on another LED light. Excuse me one second. There's always a million buttons. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. There's always a million buttons I gotta push, and I always forget. At least 7. So here was the previous total request. So you guys can have something to look at on the screen while I am going through the chat and welcoming everybody. Hello, hello, hello. SD, earliest in the stream. Welcome. Oh. And welcome Candy Lover, and welcome Katharani and Mexican Gamer. Happy birthday! Feliz cumpleaños! And welcome Cole W. Heinsoff with a lot of pretty flowers. Thank you. And welcome Ghost Town Rosales. I think you're a first timer. If you are, welcome, welcome, extra welcome. And if you're not, please forgive me, I'm bad with names. And Zoe Simmons, welcome Zoe. I think you're a new one too. And Lacey Medors, hi. And SD asks, do I still use TV Paint to animate? I do. And I'll be doing some animation live streams at some point within the next few weeks. And there we go, starting. And here is the link for the poll. I think I've got about 60 some votes for what request gets the golden ticket. And when I get to the bottom of the chat, I'm going to start with the golden ticket. And requesting an hourglass belly dancer babe from Carol J. Okay, well that has to go on the list. An hourglass belly dancer babe. That is very specific. I'll see what I can do there. So I got that going. So if you're new to the Total Request live streams, that's how it works. I don't require tips, but I am very grateful for tips, and I always prioritize requests that are accompanied by a tip. And if you would like to tip, there's the banner has the URL for my tip jar. I also am okay with super chats, but YouTube takes like a lot of a percentage. So when I found that out, I was like, tip jar, because YouTube takes quite a bit off the top. They take a lot of the cream off of that jug of milk. Oh wait, did I say too much? Is YouTube going to be angry at me? They're always mad at me. And so I do prioritize... Oh, Lena, Hyena, NB Thomas. That's a good one. I've never done Lena, Hyena before. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Edible Knees. Edible Knees! Going to the review of Wet Paint by Norman Rockwell. Oh my gosh, this is filling up real fast. But I love Edible Knees's requests are always for my versions of famous paintings, and it always makes me tear my hair out, but I always end up better for it. Norman Rockwell, but I love Norman Rockwell. So I've already got 3 tip requests, so I'll keep that poll going until I get to the bottom of the tip requests, and I'll start whatever, at that point, whatever is winning the poll, then I'll get that, and then I'll get to the non-tip requests. Oh my gosh, my heart's already quick. And welcome Darren, and Deirdre, and Yibris, and Purple on Periscope. Hello! Good vibes, good vibes. And Zoe says, Animaniacs is your favorite show. Good taste. Nate just sent me what wet paint is. I didn't know it off the top of my head. That's a great one. That's a great one. I can't wait to do that. And Darren just cast his vote. What did you vote for, Darren? And aw. And WP says, hi, I've missed your face. This one? This one? Probably. I've actually got a big poster of Spencer Tracy I'm going to put up at some point and do some... I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It was at Turner Studios. They knew I loved classic films, and they were redecorating, and they just had this gigantic poster of Spencer Tracy. And they're like, do you want this? And I was like, I do. And I've just kept him. It's gigantic. And it's young Spencer Tracy, which doesn't mean much because he was born old. Why am I talking about Spencer Tracy? I don't know. And here we go. Saw the tweet. Gonna be at work. I had to pop in and throw in your request. And I've got it, Carol. I got you back. SD. I'm the Monkey Rag Girl. Oh, that sounds... I'll take it. Yeah. And Katharani's gotta go. Thanks for popping in. And Darren's request was Malene from Emperor New School. So I am going to remember that. And Elani Simp. Me? Well, you know, part of these live streams is me being befuddled by some of the chats that I need context for. And then I draw for a while and look back and they're saying, like, banana bread muffins. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so. Sure. And then I have to keep drawing some more. So we're at the bottom. I'm all caught up. Anybody else I didn't say welcome to? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't get to do a total request or any kind of live stream during the week, but I've been trying to get enough hours in on my newer job. The book is finished and it's been sent to print. Oh my gosh! Oh, if you ever need rest requests, what is the best way to send them to you? Imager is the best. Do you have a request, Lacey? Because you just sent a really nice super chat. Imager seems to be the most consistent way that links get to be in the chat. Anonymous, how cute. Says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. I like your name. And Cole is starting up a riveting chat subject, which we were actually discussing last time, I remember. What is your favorite tree? I stand by firm Japanese maple. But, chat, what do you think? I'm going to get started. I did not mean to lorem ipsum that. So, let me select my animator pencil. And what is the first... Oh, that's the poll. I have to go with the list. The list is an hourglass belly dancer babe. Okay. I want to get a little bit of reference. I'm thinking... I have something in mind. There was a Gene Kelly movie called Invitation to Dance. And it had a really extensive animated live-action combo sequence at the end. Which is not one of his more famous ones. It's cute, but Dancing with Jerry the Mouse is a lot better. But I really like the designs of the harem babes in there. They're really pretty. There's one that had, yeah, there she is. She has these cute little pigtails. This is a better one. And I like the costumes. But I like, look at the cute little curly Q hair things. I don't even know. Are those pigtails? Oh, who knows? So let's take inspiration from a 1950s Gene Kelly movie, which is like about how 30% of my drawings start anyway. And because it was specifically requested hourglass, I'm going to make sure that it's an hourglass babe. And also, this request session, I'm going to try and amp up my speed. Because I feel like I've been getting really slow and getting bogged down a whole lot. I don't like her face. I feel like I get a lot of requests for belly dancers. Is it all from one person? A lot of people have themes. We discussed this last time too, as I recall. So maybe she's holding... I think I'm going a little crazy with the hourglass thing. But you know what? When you start with a rough... I don't like this pose. Oh, the panic. No, it's her proportions. I don't want them to be too human. There's still... I like drawing the pretty girls, but I still like the cartoonish proportions. When pinups get too humanly proportioned, I lose interest. Because it's like, well, that's like... It's looking like a real person. I don't know. I like exaggeration. I was kind of, even when I was a kid, that's when all of the backlash against Barbie started. And they said, no real woman is proportioned the way Barbie is proportioned. If Barbie was a real woman, she'd fall over. And as a kid, I was like, well, that's the point. She's a cartoon character. Like, nobody ever said, Jessica Rabbit is so unrealistic. I'm like, well, that's the point. If they were realistic, there'd be no... What would be the point? As a kid, I didn't see much point in live action anything. Oh, hourglass. I need to make her bustier. See, I'm talking too much and not drawing enough. See, I love these crazy pigtails. How would hair even work this way? I don't know. Cool, thanks for following, NB Thomas. But I saw somebody do this, it was a meme at some point. So like, I blamed Disney for my unrealistic expectations for what my hair should look like. And it showed just all the hairstyles of all the Disney princesses and how impossible they were. Okay, let's keep an eye on the chat. Is this hourglassy enough? And... oh, we got some more people. Okay, Melina was your vote for the latest poll. There we go. Oh, and the latest update on what everybody's favorite trees are. Cherry Blossom is also a compelling candidate. Oh, good morning, Brienne. Hey. And, ooh, Lacey asking for the link to the poll. Ooh, where did I put that pesky little link? Yeah, it's in my community tab. I'm just doing a YouTube poll since that's where most people are linking or watching from. Anyway, so here is the link to my community tab. It's just the top thing right now. And SD says, sure hope YouTube doesn't demonetize this video. Actually, what's funny is that YouTube keeps turning off my monetization. So I keep having to check my videos. And turn monetization back on, because even though I say this channel is not for kids, this channel, you know, is a general audience. And it's hard to explain. I try to keep this, you know, it's not exclusively aimed for kids, but it's not bad for kids. I mean, if kids are interested, I'm not going to say, get out of here, kid, you bother me. But at sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I should just throw in some swear words and have disclaimers at the beginning. I don't know. Still feeling this out. Okay, this arm seems kind of limp. Let's give it some more energy, some more motion. And I don't know how common it is for belly dancers to dance with scarves, but I just like drawing belly dancers with scarves. Like the kind that you can keep on your ring, that attach to your finger. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be hard to make a composition out of this one, but I don't care. Yeah, I'll have her coming around the front. so this is definitely a sketchy sketch. And Tabrea says, "Hi, love your drawings. That's very sweet. Thank you." And Zoe says, "How am I doing that? How am I drawing on a computer?" It is all part of the OBS, Open Broadcasting software. It allows for screen sharing. And the lovely thing about it is that it is free, and it's excellent. Why not give the curly toe to match all the illustrations in my storybooks? Actually, I think the first belly dancer I ever saw was an illustration in my fairy tale book for the Ruby Prince. And she was a princess named Fatima. And it's a really neat story. It's but it's like one of those women are too curious and shouldn't open boxes kinds of stories. It's like another version of the Pandora's box. But Fatima was able to fix everything by being a wicked dancer. And now that I think about it, she had those finger scarf things, which is why it just sticks in my brain. She was like, "I want my husband back." And the king of the ocean was like, "Well, can you dance? Because that's important." And she was like, "Heck yeah, I can dance. Check out my scarves." No, what am I doing? See, anytime I start talking, I start drawing worse. See, this vest isn't working because I'm talking and I'm not thinking. I'm just thinking, yeah, I can draw a vest. Burp, burp, burp. Doesn't work that way. Okay. Now, I'll give her 1950s. And see how in this drawing it's so nice how it just follows. I think it's because I don't have much of a movement in this drawing. What if I turn her head slightly? I'm cheating, I'm using the transform. See, that gives a much nicer shape there. An S-curve, as one might say. Okay. Alright, it's a very messy sketch, but who requested the belly dancer? Tell me what you think. And Darren says, Princess Daisy is my main hope to see you draw someday. Ah, she didn't fit on the pole. She's going to be on the pole next time. And and Yoi says, made a canary for me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. If you make an image or link out of it, then Juicyca. Juicyca. I'm sorry, I just saw Ducky Boo's post Juicyca, and I love Juicyca. Somebody, was it you who, Ducky Boo's, was it you who suggested Juicyca the first time? Or is it Jukica? Or, I always say Juicyca. Like Jessica. You suggested it and never heard of her, and I looked her up, and she's so funny. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to draw her sometime. Okay. Oh, welcome, No Parking Berry. Didn't see you come in. And Mario has a question, I think. This is my last year at university, although I have online classes, but look forward to working as a professional digital animator like you. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Congratulations on your impending graduation. Okay, I'm just gonna tidy this up a little bit, and then I've got it. It's important to get the eyes and the face. I think Glenn Keane said if you just draw the eyes of the character right, nothing else really matters. I like advice that takes sort of takes pressure off of the artist. There's like eyes. I can draw eyes, sure. Maybe give these earrings a little bit of a shape. Too chubby of a cheek. That ages her down. I feel like turning in my badge so I could really solve the crime. Does anybody get that? Nate, if you're listening, please tell me that was funny. Waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka, waka. Never, I'll tell you later. Just remember the groovy music I'm listening to. Oh, it's already 12:15. LARP. Here, just give a little bit of a rib, a little bit of an ab. I don't like to do too much anatomy in my drawings. Not just because I'm not good at it, but also because I just, like I said before, I like cartooniness. I like shape. And I feel like drawings that put too much anatomy in there, or even the suggestion of anatomy, it just puts me off. That's why I never liked comic book art, like all through the 90s, because it was just so veiny. I was like, why do I need to see every fibroid of this character? It's nasty. They look like they're really trying to poop hard. But then I found artists like, Bruce Timm and Darwin Cook, and I was like, I can get into this. I like the shapes. But it's still a struggle for me to get into comic books because there's just so much history. But like a couple times a year, we like to support our local comic shop and just go in and buy like $100 worth of things. Last time Nate took our daughter, our oldest daughter, she's 5, and they just bought up all the Hilda books, and that was like a couple months ago, and she is still poring over those comic books, and she's learning to read from them, and she wants to dress as Hilda for Halloween, and so we're looking up blue wigs and berets. So it's just, yeah. Especially now the comic shops are hurting so much, it's definitely worth it to go in there and just buy some books. Some good books that you'll treasure forever. Let's add some coins. I'm spending way too much time here. I have to finish. Yeah, this would really benefit from some color. Oh, but that takes more time. Okay. Okay. I do need to move on to the next one. Because I've definitely got a sell-by date here. Okay. So this is... Belly Dance Babe. And if I have time, I might go and add some color later on. Lena, Hyena, and Nate so very kindly conjured up some reference for me. Lena, Hyena. So if you don't remember, she is the funny lady from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And, oh, Zoe says, can I draw Dexter if I can? I actually drew Dexter and Dee Dee in a previous stream. If you look at the community tab, you'll find him and Dee Dee in there. Okay, so let's get this ref organized. Boy, she is charming. Wow, look at those teeth. Look at her. Oh, she's got the funniest boobs. Oh, that's so close to home. Too close to home. And oh, cool. No Parking Berry says made my first demo reel. If you'd like to see it and give feedback, it's on your channel. Cool. If you can, it's easier for me if you send me a link. So, email or DM, and I will get it. Oh, Avi Fame. Oh, you've always wanted to draw like me. That's crazy to me. It's crazy, but cool. Thank you. All right, Lena. What do you look like, Lena? What are you on about? Let's give you real big hair. Oh, and she's a four-fingered tune. You know what she reminds? She reminds me of that one episode of Tiny Toons, Promise or Anything, when they all went to prom and Elmira sort of got dressed up and she was so cute in this. She wore a fur ball as a living stole and she just had like this oversized prom dress that didn't really fit right. If you ever want to see the most charming drawings in the world, look up Dan Haskett, who's one of my heroes, animator and character design heroes, and he did a lot of concept work for Tiny Toons and Animaniacs, and his drawings for Elmira are the absolute most adorable things you've ever seen. Because he had these concepts of her as like this late 80s, early 90s Valley girl, and she's, oh my gosh, these drawings are to die for. And I could tell why they'd want to do something a little more timeless, but I still freaking love those drawings. She's just so ugly. I want to be a little kinder to her. Oh my god. I don't know how. I don't know how to be kind to this character and still have her be her. This is a real challenge. But I remember her gloves are sort of loose fitting. I think she's got to be taller than that. She's definitely got her hose sort of fallen off. Maybe real knobby knees. If I had a mirror, I could... Let's see, what's this pose? Oh yeah, you've got to do these defeated boobsticles. Actually, she doesn't really have baggy gloves. They just... I don't know. Oh my god, what am I doing? Maybe she has... What can I do for Lena? What can I... Honey, how can I help? How can you still be you? You know, she reminds me a lot of that Spunko character. What was it, Jimmy the Idiot Boy? I think this is Jimmy the Idiot Boy in a wig. Alright, this character is posing a big challenge to me. Because I like to draw real cute things. And she is just not helping me. Okay, so I've got this ruff. I'm going to minimize the ref a little bit. Are you ready for a challenge? Oh, congratulations, we have chatted 100 times. MB Thomas says, Dan Haskett is a true boss, still in the business and on the new Looney Tunes cartoons. Yeah, he did character designs and he animated that gorgeous Dynamite dance. Gorgeous. Here. Here. What if I just make her nose a little smaller? I'm still gonna make you Lena. But there's just some things... I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. Give you bigger eyes. You know, growing up as a kid, I could have sworn that Lena Hyena was a real character. I was like, I know, I've seen her somewhere. She's real. But as far as I know, she only exists for that one gag in Roger Rabbit. It still cracked me up as a kid when she splats against the wall and her boobs go sideways. This poor creature. Pointy toe. And No Parking Berry says, glad you brought up Dan Haskett. He's quite an underrated animation vet. I love his one Sesame Street cartoon with a cat trying to open a can of fish. Well, that's one I didn't know about. And I am also in agreement with you that he is not discussed hardly at all. I mean, it's frustrating how little people talk about him and his work, because I think he is the modern master of appeal. Like, you have Chuck Jones, and then you have Dan Haskett. Again. I'll give her a little heart garter. And that's why he's just really, really nice. Yeah, and he's just hanging out on Facebook, so he's free. You follow him and ask him to post more of his art. I got to meet him a few years ago at CTN, and he's a gem of a person. So kind. And we talked a lot about like drawing cute. Like, how do you draw cute? Because he manages to draw cute characters in a way that isn't simpering and treacly. It's just so genuine and adorable and radiant. And that's what I admire so much about him. And if you see my favorite sequence of his, and probably everybody's favorite sequence that they don't realize, is the Girls of Rock and Roll from the Great Chipmunk Adventure. And his animation, especially on the Chipettes, and I had it confirmed, it was him that animated that sequence. There's no one pose that looks like a strong pose. It has to be seen in motion. And that is something that isn't done anymore. You can't really take a still. Like, you think there's a lot of great poses that would look great framed on your wall, but every single one is smeared and stretched and really pushing emotion, so it doesn't work as a single frame, but as a total piece of animation, it's radiant. It's so joyful. And yeah, this pushing and constant pushing, you can't, the kind of animation you can't take a still of. That's the kind of animation I like. Okay. Alright, Lena. Do you look like Lena at all? Maybe this hair is a little excessive. Here. Oh. There we go. fix her eyes a little bit. Maybe she's got really clumpy mascara. Yeah, she would have clumpy mascara. Okay. This is also another one that would benefit a great deal from just a dab of color. I gotta do a little bit of color just for her lips. Okay, for now. Maybe I'll go back and color these up. But there we go. Lena Hyena. What do you think? MV says, this is probably the cutest rendition of Lena I've seen in, well, ever. I appreciate that. So we got our belly dancer and Lena. Lena, you know what? I bet Lena, I'm not sorry for her because she knows she's the hottest lady in the room. And so we got Lena Hyena. And here's the fun one. Oh boy, Wet Paint by Norman Rockwell. And again, I've been having a little bit of issues with my notifications for tips and things. Just feel free to holler and keep hollering if you sent a tip and I didn't acknowledge it, because I want to be sure that I don't leave you hanging. So, as far as I can tell, this is the last of the tips, and then I'll get to the results of the poll. Just practicing my drum roll. Rockwell Wet Paint. So I'm going to increase this a little bit, give me some room. I'm going to do a cartoony version of this, so I'm going to make her head bigger. Oh, I've always wanted a cool artist smock like this. So here's her body. She's a skinny little thing. She's got cool shoes. Whoa, I never noticed those before. I want some of those. I like sandals with closed toes. Thank you very much. And someday I'm going to tell the DSW app I would like a search function for closed toes. I'm very toe modest. I don't want my toes out in the world. Like this young lady, apparently toe modesty was important to our culture at one point. Can we please get that to be a trend somewhere, toe modesty? Actually, I remember a few years ago, toe cleavage was a thing. Yeah, have shoes that showed so much toe cleavage that your shoe would just fly off your foot. I hated it. I was like, who wants toe cleavage? This world, my goodness. Okay, I spent too much time on that shoe. I really like that shoe. I'm just looking at it, I was like, oh, it's so cute and so sensible. It looks so comfortable. gonna get on my DSW app and start searching for these shoes. Or maybe that could be a fun company to start. Famous shoes from famous paintings. We have such a niche boutique, like boutique commerce these days. I wonder if that would sell. You know what? I'm exaggerating here. I'm gonna move her leg a little bit. And I think I got the basic structure of this drawing down. I'm gonna keep this for ref back here because I don't want to be too influenced by what I'm gonna do. Norman Rockwell is one of my favorite painters, artists, just because he paints things with story, with action and movement and interest and narrative. And I've taken many art classes, and I'll never for the life of me understand the modern rejection of beauty among modern fine artists. There's like, does it make sense? Is it beautiful? Then it's just bourgeois. I'm like, hold on there, Rothko. Let me see some evidence that you've got some chops. Picasso definitely had chops, but then he decided he didn't like chops. And I'm sorry, it's controversial. I don't like Picasso's famous paintings. I like his drawings, I like his sketches. The stuff that he did when he was a flippin' teenager are astounding. But I think Guernica is ugly. Why does that bowl have a human nose? It's weird. And thus ends the controversial portion of our live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and Diana Bushik just subscribed. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, do I dare check the chat? Ah, and Ice Cream Hero says, I have the same opinion on Picasso. Yeah. And, oh. Jason says, am I just banned here? Have you just been here? I don't know. Are you here now? Are you ever anywhere? And Adam says, can you draw an anthro version of the cast of Gay Paris? That's a cute idea. I'm going to put that on the request list right now. Anthro Gay Paris. Whoops. Darn it. I did that on the wrong layer. See, I tried to do more than one thing and it just goes all to pieces. She's carrying a lot of stuff. I know I'm gonna get bogged down in all of it. So here's her suitcase full of supplies. Okay. I'm just going to do the lines for now. And we'll go back and yeah, I spent way too much time on those shoes. Oops. Well, this is her palette, so it's not going to be as big as that. This really does require some color. Oh, what time is it? Yeah, to get all the paint splatters and everything. Oh, I hear the baby woke up. Nah, I don't like that. Okay, it's 1:45. Thing. Okay, so... Oh! I missed a lot of messages. Okay. Lucy Van Pelt from Peanuts. Diana's fine, we're playing. Gonna get her a snack. Thank you, Nate. Thanks for the update. But I'm still going to try and get a jump on this. Lucy Van Pelt. Cool. So, now is the time we have all been waiting for. Let us see what has won on the poll. Just to show that I am doing this. Okay, Lydia was in the lead last time. Let's refresh. 96 votes. And we have Lydia. We have Lydia winning still by 46%. So, yes. Oh, let's see. We have some comments. Alice in Wonderland, Ren and Stimpy get my vote. Alice in Wonderland, yeah, I'll put that on the list. Okay, so I'll just, how do I say, like, this poll is closed. Should I delete the poll or should I leave it up? Okay. What do you think? What's better, delete the poll or leave it up? Aaron Blaze! Oh my goodness, hello! When did you pop in? Okay, everybody, Aaron Blaze, if you want to actually learn how to draw and animate, etc., go buy his courses. I have 2 of his courses, and if I had time, I would be buying many of his courses. So just, Aaron Blaze is the man, is the master. So, okay. I'm not getting paid to say that, it's just true. So, everybody, hi! Okay. So, Ice Cream Hero, does Joanna have the COVID? She just sneezed. I do not have the COVID, but I did sneeze. I copped to it. Yeah, I feel weird about deleting posts. I'll leave it up. But for now, just everybody know that Lydia from Beetlejuice won, so Lydia from Beetlejuice it is. Lydia. Aaron Blaze says, just want to see what you're doing. Well, Aaron, just to let you know, this is one of my live streams where I do requests and people tip, and I do the requests that people tipped first, and I got a belly dancer and Lena, Hyena from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And then I get some really cool requests to do my versions of famous paintings, and this was Norman Rockwell's wet paint, and I'll be adding color. And my husband Nate suggested using watercolors, and I agree. And I also have, for the requests that are not accompanied by tips, there's a lot. And so I do polls where people can vote on which request I do, and Lydia Dietz just won. So I'm going to see if I can remember what she looks like. You know, I really loved, Beetlejuice is actually the first show I can remember saying to myself, this is my favorite show. And I didn't know the words at the time, but the word was, I love these designs. And they were definitely Tim Burton-y, but kind of a little more appealing than Tim Burton. It's like if somebody took Tim Burton and just said, we'll make it cute. So that's why I think that's why I really liked Beetlejuice. Also, all the puns. I have this lifelong love of puns, and most people roll their eyes, but I just celebrate puns. And Beetlejuice is basically Puns, the TV show. So I just lost my train of thought because I started drawing. I have trouble talking and drawing at the same time. Because the more I talk, the worse my drawings become. And so sometimes I'll just sort of, and another thing. 10 minutes later, was I talking or is that just in my head? Okay. I can't remember. What does her outfit, like her at-home outfit, look like? I'll probably have to look up some reference. Oh, Pescando donated through Super Chat. Oh, got another Blade Runner scooby-doo. Fred and Velma, same style. Tweet a photo from the movie to help. Save the coloring for the next total draw, I guess. Okay. Wow. You know, by the time, Pescando, by the time we're done with all of the Blade Runner, Scooby-Doo stuff, I feel like I've just got to make a combined video of all of them. Like make a crap book video out of it. Oh! Nate, very kindly, my husband is on reference duty right now, and he just sent me... Yes, I knew she wore a sash. I knew it. I got pretty close. She doesn't have a bridge to her nose, really. Nate, you're doing a good job. He sent me movie reference, too. I don't have time or the inclination to do a caricature, a brand new design right now, because this is a design I really like. I'll fix her nose. Yeah, that's Lydia. Maybe make a more interesting hand. I like her Morticia dress. I don't remember her wearing that. I remember her caftan. I did a fan art a while ago where she's wearing that caftan. So... Also, Beetlejuice is one of the very first cartoons I remember where the characters would change clothes. Like, it was fascinating to me that Lydia had different outfits that she would wear. Now it's pretty unremarkable, but at the time, it was more common for a cartoon character to open their closet and there was a dozen of the exact same outfit. Lydia is definitely a theater major. There's no doubt of it in my mind. And just fix her eyeline a little bit. Okay. And let's see. Oh my gosh, there's a Broadway musical of Beetlejuice? I had no idea. Good Lord, singing in Beetlejuice? That sounds no. I bet there's one song called It's Showtime. Why am I hung up on these sashes? I don't know. They just bother me for some reason. I want them to cinch her waist, but I still want this to look baggy. No, it's not a hinge, Joe. Come on, get it together. Alright. I don't know, I don't like these sashes. Okay. Okay, so there's Lydia auditioning for her one-man or her one-woman version of Hamlet, which I totally think she could pull off. Okay, so what do you think? Okay, so we've got Pescando saying, we've got, okay, Fred and Velma tweeted the link, so I'm gonna check my Twitter real quick. I'll keep this up for a second. Let's keep Lena on there. Let's see, is it under my notifications? There we go. Fred and Velma in this scene. Okay, so it's just their heads, it's not glowing green for Velma, but save that for next stream. Okay. Fred, Velma, Blade Runner. So this scene from Blade Runner, and again, it's just the heads, just the busts. So Fred Jones. I have to be reminded what Freddy looks like. And oh my gosh, save for next time, but draw the gnomes from Ryan Portvillais, like the David the Gnome gnomes looking gnomes. That's what David the Gnome was based on, right? Okay. So this is a picture from a cosplayer who is way too cute. She's just way too cute. And Velma is cute, but that was just like the kind of cute where you know you're cute. Velma is the less self-aware kind of cute. Like, Velma would never look at the camera like, no, she would never do that. There's different levels of cute, you understand. Different flavors of cute. Terrence Hilt says Jana of the Jungle. Let's put that on the list. Jana of the Jungle. Yeah. And somebody... Wait, did somebody send another tip? Did I miss one? I feel like I missed something while I was doing something else. Let me check. Well, cool. I've got a follower on Picarto. It's about darn time. Sorry for... Yeah, I don't seem to have notification of another tip jar, and I don't see a notification of another super chat. But, alright. So I guess it was just all in my funky imagination. And Piscando says, can't help it. Done so well on these Blade Runner drawings. Gonna be in and out. Okay, well, hopefully these will be to your liking. Okay, so let's see if I can draw Freddy at this angle. It's between 3/4 and profile. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo characters, they're kind of hard to turn for me because, I don't know, they just are. Like, you're just so used to seeing them from just a certain perspective. I'm already way off. Okay, what makes Freddy Freddy? Freddy's chin makes Freddy Freddy. So gotta get that right. Freddy's hair makes Freddy Freddy. And oh, this was it. Have I ever? It was the David the Gnome. Yes, David the Gnome. Who was requesting David the Gnome? I think that was a tip as well. Let me write that down before I forget. The Rain Portville. Rain Portville. I cannot pronounce this name. Apologies to his legacy. Oh, no parking. Barry says Miss Bianca. Let's put that on the list. Miss Bianca. But of course, darling. And oh, Piscando says, excellent, Lydia. Thank you very kindly. And still amazing that Fred's voice actor has been the same since day one. Oh my heavens! I would love it if you draw out Lane from Serial Experiment Lane in your style. Okay, Lane. I think I remember seeing that anime. She wears a bear suit, right? Okay. Where's Freddy's eyes? Now, after all this, I feel like I should see Blade Runner. I feel so intimate with the characters now. Okay, this is a crummy sketch. I'm gonna knock it back. Sometimes I just do different layers, sometimes I do this. There's no rhyme nor reason. I just feel like I'm still in store for a lot of sketchy, grumbly sketches. So, why doesn't this look like Fred? Because his forehead is too big. So, let's fix that. And move all of this upsy-daisy. Move his ear up. And, oh yeah, I was going to talk about Frank Welker. I'm very glad that they still have Frank Welker to be Scooby. Even though I never cared much for the property of Scooby-Doo. I've only liked, like as a kid, I liked a pup named Scooby-Doo because they actually moved. There wasn't much on television at that time that moved. Everything was just very... except for the opening titles of every cartoon. I loved every opening title to every cartoon. Thundercats and Ninja Turtles. But once the show started, I was like, nah. Is Looney Tunes on? I don't know, just without that goofy grin, it just doesn't look like Fred. What was I talking about? Frank Welker, yeah. I'm glad he's still Scooby, but you know, most people don't really know what to do with Freddy as a character. And granted, there's not much to work with if you're going by the original material, but that's why I like Mystery Incorporated so much. It's the only Scooby-Doo version of Scooby-Doo I've felt a strong opinion about, that it's really good, that it's very tongue-in-cheek, but balances all the tongue-in-cheekiness with an actual really good story and very strong characterizations. And Freddy is hilarious in that show. They actually did something great with Freddy, and they made Shaggy the straight man. So, I mean, it was brilliant. It was brilliant to do that, because you expect Shaggy was going to be the comic relief. No, Shaggy is the voice of reason on that show, and Freddy is insane. But also very endearing. Like, he has a really great arc that he goes through. I think his hair's too long. So, I saw in the Scoob movie that they have, what's-his-face, Zac Efron being Freddy. I'm like, okay, so to me that just means they don't, they're not going to, I don't know, it's just not going to be as clever as Mystery Incorporated. But I'll see it when it's for free somewhere on streaming. Okay, I labored through that. Let's see if I can get a Velma. Oh, I need what does Velma's profile look like? Golly gee. Velma, profile. Not that kind of profile. To the side, Velma. To the side. Okay, I guess I have to do profile turn. No. Oh, have to make it up myself. Turn around. Velma profile, turn around. Model, turn around. Action Googling. There we go. Here we are. That's what I was looking for. That's it. She's got a very distinct profile. So, what is he looking at here? I don't know, Piscanda, can you help me out? Whatever. Is that microfiche? Okay. And Velma's all like, what you doing? So, a few months ago, I was just looking at stuff that was on Amazon, and I ran across like all of Dobie Gillis, and I was like, oh, I kind of remember the show as a kid. And I started watching it again, and within like a minute, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Scooby-Doo was based on Dobie Gillis, because as soon as Maynard comes on screen, you're like, that's Shaggy. And then you look at Dobie and you're like, that's Freddy. And then Thalia comes on and you're like, well, that's Daphne. And then Zelda comes on. I was like, that's Velma. Oh my gosh. So I've been dying to do like designs of Dobie Gillis characters as Hanna-Barbera Scooby style. So that's down the line when I get time to finish all the million stupid little things that I want to do. That's why I tell people I've got a million ideas. None of them are good, but I still have to get them out of my head to make room for good ideas. Okay, so resize her a little bit. And very cool, we've got Cluelessness is following. Appreciate it. Okay, I think I got Velma's profile, so let's turn off the ref. I don't know, she's just like really close to Freddy. She's gonna be like, hey, come on V, just give me a little dancing space here. How's her gigantic turtleneck work? Okay, so it is 1:15. I'm going to have to shut down requests for now. Paid as well, so I can't take any more. at the moment because I have to... I meant this to be like a really quick live stream. Is I have to pick up my older daughter from my parents' place. Well, she probably won't be too happy to see me because she loves her grandma and grandpa, but... Oh. Okay, so Pescando, if you are around, what do you think? Is this what you were thinking? And if you would like to clue me into the master plan of the Scooby-Doo Blade Runner thing, I would love to know because I am intrigued. Truly, truly am. And let's go back to the chat. Hey, subscription, Ernesto Stankowitz, thank you. Stankowitz or Stankowitz? Well, I'm sure you get a lot of put some stank on it. So apologies for that. And I get you. I get a lot of Joanna Banana. Pescano says, yeah, it's like microfiche they used to have in libraries. I need to do something about the Lane submission. That's right. Lane is the last one. Lane request. And Lane, it is the anime. Okay, as I remember, she was in this bear suit, right? Can I draw her in the bear suit? Because that is literally the only thing I remember from that. And so I forgot that one person's request of Alice from Alice in Wonderland. I didn't put that in, did I? Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Alice in Wonderland. And Zombie Island is still one of the best Scooby-Doo films. Yeah, it's pretty good. And Garbage Day says, I feel most Hanna-Barbera characters have a solid profile because of how stiff their animation had to be for budget reasons. I actually really like all of the character design for Hanna-Barbera. I think that they're really fun to look at. And they have to be good designs because they have to be fun to look at for a long time because they don't move. It's almost like she's ghosting through him. Oh, okay. And Fago says just Gooby Dobie Gillis, and the actor who plays Gilligan is there. That's right, that was his breakout role. The funny thing is, his name's Bob Denver. He wasn't an actor. Like, I think he was just going with his friend to the audition. I forget how it went, but it was basically they saw him and talked to him and said, we have to use you. And they tried to write him out of the show, but he came back. It's really funny. It's really funny. And let's see. Reminds me of the scene for always appreciate anytime. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Pescado. Awesome. And Yoe says, when you see my fan art, can you give me some tips for more emotion on poses? I will do my best. I will do my best. So I can't remember who requested Lane. If you're still around, hanging out, did you say, is the bear suit okay? Let me see. Oh, wait. Reference. Oh, okay. Wait, this isn't Lane. And no parking berry. Oh, Fungifago. Lane from Serial Experiments. Let me just make sure that's Lane from Serial Experiments. So that's the same Lane. Lane is going to be interesting. We'll see. I'm not the greatest with any kind of anime request, but you still test me. And I missed a bit. That's cool. Got it. On it. In my style. So what? Can you explain to me what Lane is about? Because I watched it and all I remembered was the bear suit, and I got something about computers and hacking with your brain. But it was one of those things where I felt like I was missing something, like there was some supplemental material. I needed to do homework in order to understand. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Ace. I'm drawing her sort of like Ace from that one episode of Justice League with a like third or fourth iteration of the Royal Flush Gang. That episode that breaks your heart. Ooh, and Alex Inocencio just subscribed, so I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Okay. Witch's Ghost is better than Zombie Island, changed my mind. I've never seen that one. Yeah, but basically, nothing about Scooby-Doo held my interest until... until Mystery Inc. And for the life of me, I do not know what compelled us to watch it, because neither me or Nate are fans of Scooby-Doo, but just, I don't know, we were just browsing through Netflix one day and just, let's just see what this is about. And we were just pretty hooked from the first episode. That's why when they rebooted it as Family Man, what am I trying to say? Family Guy. When they redid Scooby-Doo to look like Family Guy, I was so disappointed, because it's like, but they had it. They had a winning formula. I mean, at least they got to wrap up the story. Thankfully. And still, it was a neat story. It's like much more than you would expect from Scooby-Doo. But they could have done more with it. But I have a feeling it was just a really expensive show to make. Just tons of characters, new settings every single episode. It did not look like a cheap show at all. And the animation was pretty solid. And I really liked the way they handled the updates of the character design. And Nate has once again come through with an excellent piece of reference. Oh, Diana, hold on, Mama's almost done. Three, 4. This is how accurate I am. I'm making sure it's the right number of buttons. You know what? I'm not gonna riff here. She doesn't have a teddy bear. I don't know what that bear would look like. Like, what am I about? And this suit looks really silly. I love it. Great. It's theology and cyberpunk with a surreal psychological thriller, like X-Files with Eraserhead elements. Blah. No wonder. I watched that when I was in high school, back when I still never watched much of anything live action unless it was I Love Lucy. Like I Love Lucy was the first live action thing I was interested in, like really interested in, because it's basically a cartoon. Lucille Ball has the most cartoony expressions of anyone that's ever existed. And I include Danny Kaye and Betty Hutton in that, who are also very cartoony people who like to mug at the camera. I also include Jim Carrey. I stand firm by Lucille Ball because she doesn't make just funny faces, she makes really emotionally expressive faces. Like, her sad face is the saddest sad face you've ever seen. Her happy face is the happiest happy face you've ever seen. Okay, I'm not getting this hood right. This isn't right. It's the proportions. The proportions are wrong. Okay, if you don't mind me making it more my own, I'm trying to do the actual proportions. What I really need to do is make it the proportions that I find appealing. None of this realistic humanity. But Fungifago, if I may call you, may I call you Fungi? Fungi. What is up with the bear suit? Because that has been a question that has been plaguing me since high school. Why the bear? She just appears in this bear suit, and it's the only real question I have. Because it's cute. That it is. But it was just such a serious story, and then all of a sudden she's wearing a bear suit, and I could not stop laughing. I'm going to draw the bear suit the way I see fit. And you know what? 3 buttons. That's how I rebel. You know, Joe drew this, there's only 3 dang buttons. Oh, that's why you guys come to me, because I am a rebel. I buck the system. 3-button Joe, they call me. another subscription. Welcome, Zingegi, or Zinjeji, or Zinjegi, or Zingeji. One of those is right. Or Zingegi, or Zingegi. I'm gonna stop. Okay, these bear slippers are awful. Oh, I forgot. The pièce de résistance, the bear ears, we cannot forget them. Oh, and also she has a neck. Okay, so here is Lane. And I think I'm gonna fix Fred's eyes. He looks a little, shall we say, cooked. This eye is bothering me. Oh, and it's... Come on, Joe. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna knock this back and I'm gonna redraw it. Just the eye. Yeah. Check the chat. Good question. Okay, Nate is in here. Do I send big versions of the sketches to requesters if they send their contact info? I totally can. I do when they ask. But a lot of times people are just happy with just the liveness of it. But I would definitely send that to you if you request, or I'll post it for anybody who wants it. But with these in particular, I do want to add some color to them. Maybe tomorrow I'll knock that out because I have to do a little more work on my job tonight. Okay, why is this bothering me so much? I think it's his nose is not in the correct... Hey, now. Get on the right layer. Yeah, that's slightly better. Okay, his mouth is bothering me now. Oh, Freddy. Why you gotta be so Freddy? Okay, so I think I've gotten to the golden ticket and all of the tip requests. So yeah, let's just go over what we learned today. We learned that bear suits are cute, and we learned that there's always more story to tell. And that I'll never stop futzing with Fred, because I can't... Freddy, come on. I was Freddy's mom, I would just be like, oh wait, let me straighten your... And then you've got a smudge. You gotta brush your hair, brush your teeth. Come on. And now I feel sad because part of the story... Oh, I know, because his ear is way too far back. Here. That's... Oh, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. That does help a lot, but I do need to fuss with this some more. He's just not screaming Fred to me. And I gotta do right by Fred because, as I said before, he is my favorite Scooby character now because of Mystery Incorporated. Maybe it's his eyebrows. Yeah, that helps too. Okay, so I'm going to stop fussing with Fred for now. The color is going to be added. We got Lydia. Lydia, oh Lydia, say have you met Lydia? Lydia the Beetlejuice lady. She has skulls in her... Wait, where does she keep skulls? Her cabana. I don't know what I'm doing. So there we have Lydia, Norman Rockwell's wet painting, Lena Hyena looking absolutely smashing, and a belly dance babe. And so you can look for all of these drawings to be finished within 2 days. Because as I said, I have some more of my job to do. And I really want to finish my super secret, super hilarious collaboration. I just haven't worked on it in more than a week, and it's awful. But I want to thank everybody for joining me today. If you want to throw support for my TeePublic store, there it is. Always appreciate purchases of the merch because that keeps me motivated to keep making new designs. If you have any ideas of stuff that you want, holler at me because there's a certain tone I want to strike with the designs that I do. Just sort of lonely and forgotten properties that still need a little bit of love. And Manny says, did I send you a request already? I'm not sure. I try to keep track as best I can. Here's the requests that I have. Oh, I forgot the gnome. Dude, that's why. Okay. Not free yet. I've got to do the gnome. So let's look up Rain Pourville, the gnomes. I'm pretty sure it's the David the Gnome kind of designs. Yeah. Oh, isn't this sweet? David the Gnome was the first show I remember being a show when I was a kid. So I'm happy about this request. And I don't think he was involved at all. I don't remember when this illustrator was alive. He might have been like a old-timey illustrator man. But I know that David the Gnome was based on these illustrations, these gnome illustrations. And I loved me some David the Gnome because he rode a fox named Swift. It was kind of like, I liked it much more than Smurfs. I think it was basically the same premise as Smurfs, but I liked it more than Smurfs. And I really loved how all the characters had these apple cheeks. Everyone looked so rosy and cheerful. And it was also the first time I remember seeing blood in a cartoon, of all places. This baby show for kids, because David the Gnome was a doctor, and he took care of all the animals. And there was one animal that got shot, and he did surgery where he removed the bullet, and I remember looking at the surgery, and he got the bullet out, and there was like a drop of blood. And I was like, oh! Man. But it was a jolly little world. Oh, that's right, they would rub noses. Yeah. I should look up David the Gnome on YouTube. See how it holds up. But I remember I loved Swift. Swift was my favorite character. Because I just liked saying Swift. I was like, that's a cool word. And I remember in second grade it was part of our vocabulary sheet. And I was like, I know this. I learned it from watching television. Who says cartoons rot your brain? It is funny how many very vivid memories I have of cartoons. I don't know why, they just speak. Here's probably a five-finger cartoon character, I'm guessing. Okay, let's give a better shape to this beard. And still break the shape up a little bit. But you gotta start with your basic shapes if you want it to look solid. Like, solid, man. That's a solid beard you got going on, man. That's what I want people to say to David. Righteous, man. Dig that crazy gnome beard. I'm talking like Maynard from Dobie Gillis. I know. What I really loved about Dobie Gillis is that you think, when you read the description of the show, you think you know what it's about. But it's just hilarious because the main character, Dobie, is so unlikable. You think he's going to be like a Zach Morris character where it's like everybody loves Dobie. Like everybody hates Dobie. His father wants to kill him. That's like his father's catchphrase. I'm gonna kill that boy. Because he's so lazy and ungrateful and just obsessed with girls. And he's not a dumb kid. He's just super lazy. And it's definitely a show of its time. But I still found it funny. And Maynard is really funny. Like, people absolutely despise Maynard. But, I don't know. It's just funny how these characters, you think you know what you're... It's like, gosh, shucks, 1950s teenage television. But it's really pretty cynical. Poor Maynard. Like, he doesn't bathe and everyone's just repulsed by him. And like, Maynard, you literally stink. Please take a shower. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm all dobied up right now. Oh, okay. So who made the Rain pour Ville, the gnomes one? What do you think of my style? This one, is it adequate? Do you feel request? What am I trying to say? Has your request been delivered? Oh, a lot of people have been saying goodbye. Well, I hope so, because now I really have to say goodbye. I really want to drop some color in most of these. Ooh. And Nate said, Diana's fine, take your time. Is she still fine? Oh, it's 1:45. So I need to get going pretty soon. How about I just drop color as best I can. Make this real quick. Let's see. What's a good quick paint to do this with? Slider texture. I'm just gonna sample from there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Uh-oh, I hear mamas. Oh, I hear mamas. Oh. Give a little bit of rosiness, because that's my favorite part. Ah, too rosy. The white of the eyes, also important. Black hair, but not pure black, so I have room to take it down if I need to. And also, I don't like when the paint sort of gums up the line work. Okay, let's put her in green. No, that's too close to jasmine. A more limey green. And a little darker for the vest. Oh, why did I pick this one? This one has too much stuff going on. Okay, and use that dark green for the shoes as well. And for that, and for these sleeves that come down the side, and just boop, boop, boop. And knock down the opacity. Uh-oh. I think it's time for Mama to get going. make that real gauzy. Oh my gosh, did she learn how to open doors? Oh, I'm coming. Okay, this will be just the... Okay. There we go. Belly dance. Okay, so now I'm really gonna get going. Thanks for everybody for sticking around. And, Marco says hi from Brazil. Hello! And thank you again for everybody hanging out and supporting, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And, yeah, I'll get these posted as soon as I can so that everybody can see. I'll post it on all my social media and on my community tab in YouTube. And I don't know when the next live stream will be. The next live stream will probably be just a normal work live stream, so I can make some headway with the Avengers cartoon. It's not really a cartoon, but I want it to be as fun as it can be. And I don't have any other announcements, but just thank you again. Stick with me. I'm going to be putting more original content out there, and I appreciate the heck out of all of you. So, yeah. Oh, and I meant to keep this end card up for 20 seconds, so I'm just going to talk for a little bit longer, so I have time to put buttons and things on here and stuff. Well, I guess I don't technically have to talk. Oh, I have to talk. I have to keep talking. Ugh. And now I can't think of anything to say. Oh, Katharani had a question. Does Dobie have the Johnny Bravo energy? He does not. He wishes he had Johnny Bravo energy. He's more of a Pepe Le Pew than a Johnny Bravo. He's not macho at all. He's kind of a fumbling, hopeless romantic. But it's fun. I don't know. Check it out. I still really like Dobie Gillis. But anyway, I gotta go. Love you all.